You know what I find is usually a component concerning people getting restful sleep and being able to sleep restfully or not. Usually the big factor there is needing to make something right in your life, something being terribly wrong in your life that needs addressed or fixed. Perhaps guilt, perhaps anxiety over criminal behavior. You can't just pray, "Oh Lord, give your beloved rest as according to your word." If you want to be on God's good side, how about be obedient to his word and look into the things that God hates and detests? Because are you actually actively taking part in one of those, which is actually real sin? That's actually the big guys. That's actually true sin. When people want to like create a false narrative that somebody is like a drug addict or something, but they have real bad sin going on, like true sin, like things God hates and detests kind of sin, and they're always like making it about drugs and alcohol. I think I've found that people that focus on people that have issues with drugs and alcohol and have such a hang up with that, and that being the worst thing in the world, is because they're trying to divert attention from actual, real, hideous things, real sins, keeping somebody away from God's will, destroying, delaying, interfering with, and coming against God's plan for somebody's life. Especially if you were somebody that God actually put in their life to be a parental figure, somebody that's actually has the mandate to actually support God's plans, purposes, and will for that child's life. I don't know why these things don't click in some people's heads, because they really are just common sense. They really just make sense. But you can't use the word of God as a convenient little source to cover up something that needs made right. I mean, I noticed that you were so worried about the other children, not worried about justice being served for your daughter. Now, is there some sort of a contradiction there? Like, if your daughter gets justice, that interfere with your fraud? Like, because otherwise, people would probably be all for that family member getting justice, unless, of course, there's some sort of reason that that family member can't get justice. I mean, logical minds can kind of somehow put it together. But if you're too busy twisting the word of God to, try to make your hideous and detestable action okay, I think your brain would be a little bit not really on the practical, realistic sort of function mode. You know what I mean? But yeah, if you want good sleep, make sure you're not doing something really, really wrong. Make sure you're not trying to hide, cover up a sin and a secret. Maybe that would help you sleep peacefully if you're right and you know what you're doing is right. And you know if you've done something hideously and terribly wrong, that you admit it and you fix it. Just a thought from a side observer. Oh God, one thing is, like, I trust people that are the same. They are who they are. They might be direct, they might be blunt, but when people can switch from one tone of voice to another, that's a big red flag. When people got fake mode, and it's so obvious when people speak fakely, I wonder what that comes from. Why do people feel the need to have this fake persona, fake voice? It's like, and it's so weird. Fake voices are always like a fake teacher, fake parent, fake authority figure talking to like a little kid. It's always like coddly sounding. You know what I mean? Like fake voices. I don't know. Maybe I just need to take psychology more. Yeah. Research it. Put it together. Put the actual technical term behind the behavior. It's so weird I'm still able to record though. I mean, I definitely should have ran out of room a long time ago. Will we ever see a better world? Will we ever see an honest world? Will we ever see an upright world? Will people that are public servants actually ever fill that role, like honorably, respectfully, truthfully, and honorably? Will the ministers behind the pulpits actually ever have a compassionate heart that's truthfully full of grace and acknowledges truth and speaks truth and acts on truth? Or is it just always going to be devils behind the pulpits, corrupt governments, and people you can't trust, thieves, frauds, and destroyers running things? I don't know, man. It needs to change though. Anyways, I don't know, like, if there's still something I gotta say. I like my pretty flowers. I don't know if there's still something that I need to say and why I keep recording this, or if it's just the dumbass that's hacking my phone that is a total criminal. But usually I say something truthful enough to where the hacker actually gets offended and shuts off, or I speak too much truth. And they can't handle the recording going on any longer. You know, maybe indeed there is a worker of true justice, and somebody, a few out there actually trying to, oh, hi Birdie. Oh, it's Mama Robin. Maybe there are a few out there trying to create a better world. I don't know. I sure would like to meet one or two of them, though, for sure. I'd really, surely like some justice to show up, because I don't deserve any of this crap. And, you know, I mean, I'm really happy for people that have parents that are concerned about them having a house in the future. That's such a great thing, but it's just so weird as to why I'm not included in that group. Am I your real child? What kind of secrets are being kept here? I don't know. Maybe I should learn more about it. But, of course, as I know, a lot of the information out there is a lot of garbage, mistruths that are convenient cover-ups of liability and serve the elite thugs, the elite not elites. Usually when I talk about how not elite these people are, that's when they shut me off. But it's funny because a lot of their hackers are little minions that think that they qualify to actually be in special groups when, you know, you used to need to be something. You used to need to be a big deal. Now they just like will let in any scummy, nasty criminal that's willing to do thuggish things towards good people. That's heartless. Willing to hit off the solutions, the answers to the future. Yeah, wannabes. I honestly don't know how these people can live with themselves. Obviously, they can't sleep at night. When you betray your own child, I can't even understand. I can't even begin to understand, as a compassionate, loving parent, how you can completely betray your own child and be okay with it, take part in it, not be willing to actually, you know, stand up for a hideous crime being committed against your child. The math doesn't math here. But yeah, you want to get a good sleep? Maybe fix what you done. I'm glad there's a few people out there that see the truth, though, and they know it, and they've been able to stand up for me and, you know, let other people know that. No, it's a false narrative. What kind of parent actually just spreads a completely false narrative about their own child anyways? It's weird. I know that in the narcissistic family dynamic, it's usually the parent being jealous of the gifted child. That is usually where all of it stems from or whatever. But, yeah. Still rambling on. Wow. Well, this obsessed hacker, leave me alone tonight.